buong orchestra tinawag dun para patugtog.
To welcome you.
Oo, kasi ito maganda ito, match na match. Kung 5 sets tayo, wala nang duda ito, UST versus the College of St. Benilde. Ang Benilde, wala pang talo ito. At ang UST naman, 1-1 sila so far sa tournament natin.
Yeah, I mean, College of St. Benilde starting out strong, but we got to also remember, UST played against Ateneo.
First game.
First game, doon sila natalo. And Benilde, it's a good challenge today. I mean, today's game, true test for both teams.
Two teams that are coached very well. You can see how important this game is in the context of the race for the top 4 slots.
Yep, Ateneo 2-0. We said it, St. Benilde 2-0. UST 1-1. TIP and San Sebastian 1-2. And LaSalle, Dasmariñas 0-2. And you're right, no? They have to start piling up the wins because only 4 will advance to the next round.
Okay, let's start talking about these two teams and begin with the team on the floor behind us, the Tigresses of the University of Santo Tomas. You and I have been doing this for a while, and me longer than you, being older. It's just that when you used to see UST, wow, lakas ka agad. But this is a team in transition trying to find its own present-day character, and they have some new young players to do the job for them as well.
Yeah, but the tides have turned na rin, no? I mean, even before, Ateneo wouldn't be winning as much as the UAP back-to-back championships, but UST still always a contender and
always good point.
A lot of fans, and still for me, they have new players, but still, it's still Meneses, Tunay, and
EJ Laure
and Lastimosa. These 4 will still be the core of this UST squad, and they will try to lead them to the next round.
And I came from Iloilo. Sa mga nagkatanaw sa atin sa Iloilo, mayang hapong kaninyo da. One of the local papers said that many players from those parts, Iloilo, Bacolod, actually are part of the UST or vying for slots in the UST team. And that's why all the teams actually are recruiting heavily, I noticed.
Yeah, which is good for the sport because we know that it's really going to raise the level of competition in any tournament for that matter.
Lipat naman natin sa panig ng College of St. Benilde. Of course, Benilde has always been a powerhouse in the NCAA, and they are coached very well. And here they are. They're just walking behind us. Parang nagpunta lang na supermarket ng mga ito. May dalang...
On cue, no? On cue.
Sinabing College of St. Benilde dumaan. Parang sinabi ni Direk, daan na kayo.
Yeah.
Okay, but this team is coached so well by Michael Carino. I like the way he voice operates and the way he calls his timeouts. And their setter is quite good.
Yeah, very good. This is Tim Cheng. And two names that we got to make mention is Jeanette Panaga and Janine Navarro played very well in their 2 victories in the past games. And again, they will be tested today because, as you said, if we could go 5 because they are evenly matched.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised. And you'll have fun with Noreen and Ivy Remuller later on, no matter how many sets this goes, because there's a place to be in for great volleyball, the place where it all started, the Shakey's feeling. We've got UST against Benilde in just a short while.
Presenting our international officials for this match. First referee, Miss Josie Del Rosario. Second referee, Mr. Philip Sison. Let's call on our starting lineup from our UST Tigresses. Let's start off with their team captain, jersey number 6, Pamela Trisha Lastimosa. At number 8, Carmela Tunay. Wearing jersey number 9, Energy Laure. At number 10, Alexine Cabanos. Number 15, Jessie Lane De Leon. And at number 18, Marivic Meneses. Libero, number 16, Patricia Kim Rasmo. Head coach, Mr. Emilio Kung Fu Reyes Jr. Calling on our Lady Blazers from the College of St. Benilde. Let's start off with team captain, number 2, Janelle Welch Cheng. At number 1, Janine Navarro. Number 6, Jeanette Panaga. At number 7, Melanie Torres. Number 12, Elaine Dolorito. Number 17, Rania Musa. Libero, number 13, guest player, Rica Jane Enclona. Head coach, Michael Carino. This is match number 17 of the preliminaries. The best of luck to both teams.
It is the college season, or at least the prequel to it, as the UST Pep squad already there. How can you go wrong with a cheer that goes, go Uste, go Uste?
I know.
How can you make a mistake with a cheer as simple as
I'm
that?
missing the balloons though.
Yung balloon. Iba yung may... but I like this match. They're very evenly matched. The players, as they were being called out, some very good players of the current season and the current crop of new young players as well.
Yeah, when you look at the team of the College of St. Benil, look at the height. No?
Probably one of their tallest, if they're not the tallest over the last 5 years.
Yep.
And some familiar names still there. Tunay, Laure, entering her second year. Lastimosa is there. They didn't even start with Meneses, the tall national player.
She is part of the first six.
Yes, she kasi nandun
Sa likod
si Rasmo.
Yeah.
As libero pala. Sorry. In the meantime, Cheng! Makalibot agad ng first set. Cheng is a very good setter for College of St. Benil. Nice open set. The strike that time by Torres. Easily managed by Uste.
What a set. What a set by Cabanos. And Carmela Tunay makes no mistake. But you know, Sam, if you look at the UST lineup, that's the exact lineup they fielded in UAAP. So this is, familiarity is there for UST.
This is a team that tried to fight for a slot in the postseason of the UAAP as well. Had that great battle against FEU, if I remember. In the meantime, Gana is picked up easily, but not without some pain, I'm sure. Dump. That's Laure.
Yeah, you know what you want to look forward to in the UST squad is the maturity of Laure, EJ Laure. You see her game is so different from before, and that's a bright spot for Coach Kung Fu.
EJ Laure already making a sensation and causing quite a stir in her first season. Future is bright for Uste. Miss my Musa.
Yeah, trying to go off speed. Yeah, Buxton off speed. This is the net.
First 3 points of the match belong to the University of Santo Tomas.
And we also forgot to mention in the pregame is Jessie De Leon.
Yes, she's one of the veterans.
She is also part of that core of UST.
And in the meantime, this serve by Cabanos sailing out.
But a strong start for UST. You gotta love their attitude.
Yeah, there's a
in this
nice
first
energy.
set. Yeah.
There's nice energy from UST, and many of their fans are actually in the stands.
Yeah, always.
Always. My God, yung laki ng UST, hindi mawawalan ng alumni, ng friends, family. Navarro shot muzzled, but still very much in play. Back row strike.
Oh, good read.
Navarro hits the antenna, and it'll go to UST.
Yeah, but a good pickup there by Enclona, playing the libero of St. Benil. That's Rica Enclona.
I was talking to the coaches of CSB, Michael Carino, and the others. I said, boy, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes 5 sets. They said, yes, sir, all the way to. It speeds up to 10 Mbps, Banquete net for as low as 999 pesos. PLDT home ultra. In the meantime, hole in the middle.
Yep, Navarro makes up for her previous error. Just goes through the blockers.
This is length, if you were talking of length for CSB. With Musa, Navarro there.
Yeah, Cheng's that's pretty tall for a setter.
For a setter. And ang gusto ko kay Cheng yung diskarte niya. Her selectivity. Oh, look at that block.
Good cover.
Ganda ng pedigree touch niya, no?
Oo, si Cheng,
Pedigree
no?
touch.
The sister of Desiree Cheng of Lasalle.
Mga volleyball families, ano? The Tequilianas.
Yes.
The Chengs. soon to be mother and daughter, Darabenas kaya? Nanghula na. Oh, check with the dub. Back row long.
Oh, they call a check ball
They do?
on Musa. And the ball stays 6-2 UST.
Michael Carino trying to get his 2 centavos worth. I wonder how much that's worth nowadays. But yeah, they pay him no heed. 6-2. Glad you could join us this afternoon in this presentation of the SVL League on GMA News TV. In the meantime, Cabanos reverse set. Back row hit. Picked up, but unreachable.
Yep, Laure finding that corner there, corner pocket. You can see early on here in the first set, UST really they're varying their offensive options, even using the back. We saw Laure did that. We saw Lastimosa from the back.
Something that they did not do too much of or too well of in the game against Ateneo, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
And what training and the gap between that first game and now can make. And look at this. The Pontifical University, University of Santo Tomas, ahead. We'll take a technical timeout. This is the SVL League, and we are with you live on Saturdays and Sundays, and from Monday to Thursday, all the way, except Fridays pala, no, huh? And here's Ivy Remulla for an update on both teams.
According to Coach Michael of the Lady Blazers, the team is entering this conference into high morale, and that goes to show with the first 2 wins that they had here in this conference. Pero sabi niya itong high morale na to, it could also mean that can hinder their performance, lalo na pag masyado daw excited sa kada laro. So sabi niya kailangan makontrol ng emotions ng itong Lady Blazers so that it will not hamper their game. On the other side of the court for the Lady Tigers, Coach Kung gave basic reminders to the team. He focused on reception, emphasizing how important this would be to be able to have good attacks. He also reminded them na kailangan lahat daw ng gagawa na lang ng paraan para hindi mamatay sa kanila ang bola. Sev and Noreen?
I love it. Your coach is named Kung Fu. You better do well, ano, huh?
Yep.
And of course, coaching change happening with UST. Oji Mamon, we knew it at the end of the collegiate season, was no longer going to coach the women's side, but will continue to be the head coach of the men's team.
Yeah. Well, again, continuous changes.
Shakey's for fun, family, and pizza. It's got to be Shakey's.
Yeah, but that's good also for the sports program of each school. You see,
Yeah.
I mean, you try to, make changes actually.
In the meantime, naging free ball for Torres. Cabanos. Meneses. Tinikling along the midcourt line.
Yeah, they call a crossing.
I think so. And Navarro will end up with the serve. It's 9-4.
Well, a strong start for UST, but St. Benil's just gotta, recover from the UST onslaught.
The early shock.
Yeah.
Cabanos, one-handed set. Oh, sharp but in play, and Clona digging it from down under, but Navarro had nothing on that one.
Yeah. She was far and she was iffy. That's for me.
And that gap between deciding and making a move created the mistake.
Made all the difference.
Here's Cheng. Panaga's shot being played out. Torres reaches for it. The quick set.
Yeah, that was Panaga with that. But that was a great set also by Cheng.
Alam mo, ang versatility ni Cheng is that she can go two-handed, reverse, one-handed set. Boy, this is not exactly the largest crowd, but probably one of the liveliest we've had.
Yeah.
They're into the match.
A good block.
Ganda ng basa ni Cheng. Nakita niya, okay, open ako, pero pag na-block to, sa likod ba? And that is inside.
Yeah, that's not Timosa finding the line there. Still not the usual sound that we hear from her spikes, but she'll get the point anyway.
And Pam Lastimosa, the team captain of the Tigresses, will be in the service area. Her team had 11-5 here in the opening set.
Good serve.
And Clona hard at work. Look long and Dolorito slaps it away. Michael Carrillo wants to talk to his team before the bleeding gets excessive. Let's sneak in.
Wala magtitigil ng ginagalaw. Diba? Wise, maliit yung spike nandun. Dalawa, dito. Maliit yan. Bumblock yan. Pag pinalo mo, kailangan dito napapaluin mo. Kasi pag tumitsumik mo lang, pwede naman lumabas. Tapos sa likod siya, Cheng. Cheng, kailangan tingnan mo. Malalaki lahat nga nakaganyan. So tingnan mo dapat kung paano ka magpe-play. Hiwalay mo yung play mo, di ba? Pag dikita na hiwalay. Pag dikita, hiwalay ulit. Sige, isang patay lang. Isang patay lang.
Si Michael Carrillo, ang period niya sa mga timeout niya, isang patay lang. Yun ang way he ends the timeout. But with an optimistic note.
Yeah,
Sige,
yeah.
di ba? Kaya niya. He was talking to Cheng, the setter, making her work here. Mix it up a little.
That's true. That's true. Because they realize also that UST is a good blocking team. Last conference, Meneses was actually the top blocker.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Out blocking Judges Santiago.
In the meantime, CSB, Lady Blazers unable to get a point or extract a point out of that last time out. It's still Pam Lastimosa in the service area.
Have a commanding 8-point lead for UST.
Relax na lang muna.
Ooh, into the net. Si Pam, ever since her first year, has just been so poised, ano ha?
Yeah.
Ako, bihira akong makitang marapol yan.
Well, what?
Marapol na.
Raffle.
Maguluhan. Parang kung sa Fiesta de Mayo, siya lagi yung pinaka-reyna.
Same
Diba?
star.
Same star. 14-6. Now, Michael Carrillo trying to shuffle his lineup.
Yeah, Rachel Ostero in for Musa.
Mikasa is our official ball. Has been so from day one of the CSB League.
Alex Cabanas to serve for UST.
Nag-improve din to si Cabanas.
Oh.
Cheng goes backward. And Dolorito gets it to bite.
Again, that was a great set by Cheng.
I like watching Cheng aside from her fingertips, her eyes. Yung starting lagi, tumitingin lagi kung saan pupunta yung coverage. Tama ba ito? Pag pinadala ko sa likod, may coverage pa pag na-block dito.
Oo.
Constantly at work. Out of reach, sabi ng libero, never fear, I am here. Hala. Oh, Cabanos was there. Bakbakan sa net, talo si EJ Laure.
Yeah, the set was too near the net. EJ Laure could not get it over.
It's the coaches who see the open spots, I notice. Huh? Yeah, the coaches keep reminding dito mo dalhin.
Yeah.
Kasi kung minsan yung perspective na setter na naguguluhan eh. So the coaches are there to voice operate the times, and that's served by Torres beyond reach.
But you know, in that play, Rasmo, perfect example of how to receive. Talagang she knew it was out, pero sinundan niya palabas. Hindi yung iffy siya na gonna come in, stay in or stay out. Talagang sinundan niya.
I think this is the Francisco who is related to Mrs. Francisco of UST. Apo na niya yata ito. Pamangkin ito ni Gerard yata. Yan ang pagkakaalam ko from the last game. Of course, si Mrs. Francisco, long-time athletic director ng
UST, yeah.
And the lady who would bring Tigers. And Tigers is into the game, no?
Yeah.
Dump. Navarro.
The deception.
Oh, on target.
Yeah, that was Laure.
Signed, sealed, delivered. 16-8, UST ahead. Facebook, Instagram, GMA Public Affairs. You know where to go to. 16-8 UST dictating the tempo of this first set. You get the feeling Benil can't get their offense on track and biting here. The defense of UST perplexing Benil.
Yeah, we got to give credit to UST's floor defense.
Yep.
I mean, even their center, Alex Camanos, has been...
Yeah, like a libero.
Yeah.
You know, only 3 blockers are allowed. That's the whole front line. But you know, sometimes when you hit against this one, it's like hitting against 4 or 5 at the same time.
Yeah.
In the meantime, this is long and out, and it's 18-8. Chen getting a little frustrated with the way things are going here. Shakey's for a Fun Family Pizza. It's got to be Shakey's.
Yeah, but if you're College of St. Benilde, you got to figure out how to penetrate this UST floor defense. You have to do combination plays.
At saka ito kailang hulugan mo ng konti towards the right. I would drop it on the side of Laure, not towards Meneses here. Meneses has gotten just so much better over the last couple of months. She's also been part of the national team, so she's gotten experience as well.
Yeah, she played for Cagayan.
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, the international experience for both Laure and Meneses helped them a lot.
They're playing alongside Eliza Valdez, Gia Murado, and the others. Oh, huli ka. And look at the smirk of Carmela Tuna.
Well, not really known for blocking, but showing us an improvement there on Ramos, who just came in for Navarro.
Don't do that every day, but, you know, I can do it.
I can.
Yeah.
Like you know.
Smirk sounds such a euphemism. Actually, irap ng konti yun. But she earned it. Torres has had her problems in the back row.
So what about Tunay playing well for UST so far in the first set?
And she does it in this ultra fast spike, ultra fast LTE for a happy family. She's done a little of everything this afternoon.
Yeah.
And time to listen to Michael Carino.
Dapat naiintindihan natin ang dapat sa pag-aralan na natin ang pag-aralan. May pagkakataong pagbubawi. Diba, malayo-malayo yung score. Yung momentum, paangatin na lang natin. Para pag matapos man itong set na ito, yung second set, mas mataas yung momentum natin. Okay? Okay lang yan, okay lang yan. Huwag kayo mag-give up. Kailangan laban ng laban. Hindi natin kung ano dapat natin gawin sa kabila. Huwag kang tumigil sa kakaisip, ha? Okay, go, go, go.
Huwag tumigil sa kakaisip. Yung side view pala ni Cheng, kumukha niya talaga si Desiree. Yung left, yung tinignan mo na, not so much sa frontal yung sa side.
Yeah. We're always smiling.
Navarro back in. Quickly pulling out the Ramos. 21-8. Just a big lead established quickly by Uste.
Yeah, obviously, like the other teams, like UP, vastly improved UST squad.
Yeah. Should be a delightful collegiate season ahead of us. Laure keeping it in play. Laure says, ako na naman. Kayo naman.
Ako pa rin.
Tinaas ko na nga naging set para sa kanya. Tao lang po. 21-9. Here's Elaine Dolorito's serve. Meneses at ba't kayo nandyan?
Oo nga. Navarro brought back in by Coach Michael.
Kita mo yung mata niya? Kayo nandyan. Dapat yung quick and libre na ako 21 Gs. Dolorito. Second time around the block.
Another good serve.
Carmela reaching for it. Naging push for Pam Lastimosa. Hello. Wrong choreography. Alam ni Cheng.
Oo.
Pagbitaw pa lang niya, alam yung mali. Sabi, Torres. Playable, but wala, hindi maitaas.
She was stopped by the bench.
Major changes. 2, in fact. Borrero, Santillan reports in for the college in St. Benilde. And Cheng is disappointed.
Well, we've seen, you know, each coach has that two-man substitution.
And Janelle, when she was on the way out, just couldn't believe that they're down by as much as 12 right now. Referee Season reminding the coaches of the number of subs they still have left. Referee Jocelyn tells the server, go ahead, please. Santillan, home run.
Oh, well, they're cold off the bench.
You know, I'll be realistic here. Some people will say you shouldn't say this, but you know, malayo pa yan, dapat may chance ba? The reality of volleyball is Michael Carino is already thinking second set. What do I have to adjust there? This first set, unless something really miraculous happens, this isn't ours. We have to think of something for the second set. And the defense is something they have to break down.
Yes.
Whatever UST is throwing at them actually right now.
That's true.
Block party, no? Sarado, tingnan mo, ha? Ultra fast spike, ultra fast LT for a happy family. Tatlo, no?
You know, ang maganda sa UST, they're blocking. They're reading it well, eh. Because they're getting a three-man block on the open spiker.
But ang suggestion mo kanina maganda, kailangan kumumbinasyon na itong binil. Parang wala, eh, no? Hindi nila ginagamit, eh.
Oh, but now
Yun.
it's Panaga.
Runner. Yes! Yung tinago nila, eh. Di ba?
No, with her in front, they have to take advantage of that.
Yun, ganda. Lagitik.
Oh.
23-12. First set.
Austero.
Austero serve, unable to reach its destination. Vera Shao is coming in for the first time.
Yeah, and Cortez.
Carmela Tunay will take a break. Set point for the Tigresses.
So Coach Kung Fu Reyes with his own two-man substitution.
And not just for serving. And in the meantime, UST closes the deal.
Good start for UST, and they're able to maintain that start, which is a good sign for Coach Kung Fu Reyes.
Authoritative yung pagkakapanalo ng first set yan as we review our Shakey's Shake and Play. And that's where UST closed this opening set. In full command of the match so far, 25-12 after the first.